We'll see how it all unfolds. It's going to be the side of Ghost on the defense here first. A little bit of play over the middle of the map with some aggressive utility coming through. Also, the 0 point going to try to free up Nismo, and well, he's not going to realize that he is as free as he was hoping to. As Corey reveals his position over through Spice. And how about it? The rotation with Baby Bay on the, Baby J on the spike is actually going to try to challenge Nismo by the look of it over here through Hookah.
Yeah, it does seem to be that way. Nismo just trying to jiggle, peek it so he can maybe catch something and then fall back. Doesn't want to get overwhelmed. He's actually holding his ground, but you imagine, oh, look at that. Great use here from Ghost with the paranoia. Then now double push out. They stalled it for a second, but oh, Phaser reclaiming.
But this is still going to be a full commitment for Ghost. Yeah, this is, not nearly as clean as they drew it up in the playbook. I mean, it did look good initially, but it's down just now to Ryan, who, to be fair, did come through the last game with maybe not the sexiest KD in the world, but huge tally worth of assists. So an opportunity maybe to earn your making here. Going to be challenged maybe very early at their point of contact through this link. Zach up close and personal, Corey with them. Ryan waiting for a peek, gets it, but it's Zach spamming out the frenzy, finding 4 in the round, and FaZe Clan salvage the fight mid-map, and with that take the pistol.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was interesting of Ghost on when they timed the paranoia push through the teleporter. You know, they kind of waited for a second to go for it, and then they go in, and it looks like it's going to work out decently at first, but the counter paint shells don't really allow Nismo to be a part of it initially, and they were able to kind of fade back into this hallway and battle them as Ghost continued to press forward. So I think that was a great recovery from FaZe to be able to back down, be able to kind of like anchor a new position, and then catch Ghost on the commitment, and that gets in their first round here.
Fault line gravity well played, but Baby Bay ready for it, no problem. No pulse also being spent. Baby Bay's going to find 2. So another opening exchange favoring that of FaZe. Ghost still not going to give this up, though. Looking to push even further forward as they can make a play from behind. And, well, it's not going to find much of anything, is it? When trying to do something, finds 1. Maybe an opportunity for a second. Little weapon swap, but fortunately not able to finesse Zach. That will be good for FaZe to take their second round just as quickly almost as they took the first.
Yeah, such a big fault line that Baby J can play, basically, into the restrooms, and it gives safety for Baby Bay once the fault line pops for him to just dash in and reap the rewards from anyone that might be stunned. Or at least, you know, feel confident that he can take control of the area. And in that case, he was able to mop up all of Ghost who were trying to play in that direction. But now it's the bonus round for FaZe. Chance for Ghost to maybe get something going with the firepower advantage. They're going to look to get a little bit aggressive out Hookah here, it seems.
And this is going to be 3 rounds in a row, straight aggression. Ghost's going to spend a lot to actually get control here at mid-sand, but this is largely fine for FaZe. They haven't really given up anything that they had. I mean, they weren't really trying to make an early play over through Hookah, so they're saying, fine, use your utility, no problems for us. Chase, first point of contact, does read Zach. Does have also Ryan to try to help with this play, but again, this is fine for FaZe. Take that if you want it. We haven't committed anywhere yet.
Yeah, I mean, Zachary can just kind of fall back. He knows that Ryan's still there. They can maybe even use this to start considering slipping up short A, which they know that that might have been abandoned a bit to be able to reinforce that restroom control. Nismo, though, catching Corey, trying to be that presence that raises life to be on the attacking side over towards Hookah positions. That's a big catch. Is in the 5-on-4. Baby Bay's been heard dashing in.
Chase, though, not expected to be sitting right in the middle of the site. Finds 1. Opportunity for Zach not going to capitalize. And then how about the wide peek from Baby J? Avoids the fragmentation. Ryan falls. And now a chance to plant. Koala wants to try to deny this. Goes around the corner. Not going to find the elimination. And Rockus picks up the kill. 3v2 situation favoring FaZe. Cosmic Divide already earned in the 3rd round is going to be spent very aggressively. And this is going to make life very difficult for Ghost. They're trying to contest this early, but FaZe are already in positions to just essentially keep dancing with this line. Zach gets a little bit baited by the guiding light, but Baby J for the response, and Nismo, affected by the fault line, finds themselves in the middle of the site with not a lot of information on these final 2 FaZe members.
Yeah, that crossfire was so good. Even with the player going down, Baby J able to capitalize with the fault line in retaliation to his player going down over by the pipe. And FaZe just finding a way to battle back. I mean, smart play from Baby J throughout that round. He never committed fully to the plant, so he's able to get off, stay alive. Again, great use of fault line with this crossfire position with his teammate there on the other side. And just, you know, obviously the Cosmic Divine being huge there to kind of give them a little bit more sanctuary on the site itself. And a lot of stressful situations popped up in that round, and FaZe were able to handle them all perfectly. And now it's the save from Ghost, just the Sheriffs.
that last round still feels like a couple of missed opportunities, but that time in the gunfights for Ghost overall.
Sure. Especially when Niswa gets that opening pick on the Corey, gets him the 5-on-4, you're thinking, okay, you're in business now, and not the case. I mean, even Chase got a nice little kill there on site in A, but just FaZe able to battle back. Again, Baby J had so much impact in that round, the newcomer to the team.
Win still starting to put a lot of pressure over through B long, but no one is responsible for Hookah, so now these two defensive members for Ghost are completely caught off guard. And yeah, that's brilliant isolation.
Goodbye.
From FaZe. Just hit different sides at the same time. No chance to retreat, recover, do much of anything. And so 5v3 retake now required from Ghost.
Yeah, and with only so much pistols to spend in this retake situation, you're not really fancying their chances. No falling weapons to pick up either, as everyone's still standing for FaZe. Baby Bay has a great angle here on the back halls from boosted up top.
Someone's gonna have to hit a shot here. Baby Bay gets one, plus damage a little bit under Ryan. Long play from behind, still not a part of this yet. It looks like Niswa's just looking for exits.
And this is interesting, and it'd be a cool discussion to have here, is both teams are sacrificing something here, Shift. You know, FaZe are sacrificing a Sentinel, Ghost sacrificing a Sova. Those are, you know, purposeful decisions to, in FaZe's case, to have the breach to help initiate sites to allow Baby Bay and Corey to follow up and play off of the, you know, fault lines and off the flashes. And then maybe you give up a flank watch, you give up some stalling tactics defensively, but you gain a reinforced aggressive attacking playstyle. And then for Ghost, you're giving up a lot of info gathering capability, but you have a lot more stalling tactics defensively and a lot more utility to use when you attack, as far as just the layering of flashes like we saw over on Ascent. And so far, FaZe are kind of finding more value out of their sacrifice than Ghost, but it's still early days.
And you know, that's just the conversation point that we're going to continue to have.
Oh my God.
The definition of
Poor
lockdown
guy.
right there on the chase. And beyond that, Koala is being hunted down as he has to alleviate U-Haul. Does get away. Maybe Jay will be able to get the plant off without any contest really whatsoever. And
I don't
FaZe are
think
just
I've
already
ever
pushed
seen
forward.
an individual more wrecked than Chase was right there. Like, have you ever seen someone just more screwed in your life than Chase right in that moment?
Yeah.
I mean, good lord. Chase didn't deserve for that.
There's a couple of moments I can think back to where it's like an Aldrum gets you tagged twice, a spy cam hits you, but
Yeah, but to
lockdown-wise, nothing like that.
I mean, that guy wasn't going anywhere.
There.
Talking about quicksand. Something.
Yeah,
This round will come to a conclusion without any sort of climax here, as it's just going to be a save for the side of Ghost. But kind of getting back to your opening point, you know, this is just kind of, you know, take it for what you will. The more agents that get added into Valorant, the more of these conversations are going to happen when it comes down to what are we giving up versus what are we trying to gain, right? So, I mean, it's going to be really interesting, I think, just to follow that narrative as we get deeper and deeper into this game itself.
Nah, good point. As we get to watch this replay of Chase getting absolutely destroyed, maybe?
Yep.
Oh. Stunned, trapped. I mean, what's the man supposed to do?
Accept your fate.
Yeah, that breach fault line into restrooms is just it makes it so hard for defensive teams to ever feel comfortable taking early control of that area. If you do, you're probably going to get punished.
Well, we've seen Ghost try to throw numbers early through Hookah a couple times, but specifically over into bathrooms pretty darn quickly. And this time, just aftershock paint shells. Oh my goodness, Corey, what have you done? Finds the quick kill, but Ghost actually retake, and well, not just retake, but fully take position over to the middle. Zachary paranoid and has to back away. Raucus will also read that, yes, they are not stopping there. They're going to keep going, and FaZe are going to quickly rotate over to help out Corey towards B. And the rotation coming up. The Seekers are a part of this. Win can actually still stop, but the gravity well again. Nova Pulse traps them inside.
Oh my
FaZe
God.
have essentially cornered
Look
Ghost.
at what
inside
Corey's
the
about to do to
teleporter.
these poor guys, dude. Bye. Bye.
No.
You know, that was actually not the conclusion I thought would happen with Corey. I thought they were gonna like somehow just get into B, or he was gonna like backstab A differently, but just him teleporting for 2 kills, you know, that's fine too. That works. Now he has a showstopper as well available, and they have the 3-on-2.
And they know that these last 2 Ghost members are either forward through the middle of the map or specifically possibly just rotating through defensive spots.
Yeah,
So
the
it's
drone's
never
cleared
really
out
a
for you
good idea.
though.
Absolutely.
So they at least know that. FaZe, this is a whole different ball game compared to the first map. It's the opposites now. FaZe off to the roaring start.
And you really
Yet
have to
again,
consider,
Ghost
like,
Force save.
the map picks that we had beginning of this match. Like, this is, technically speaking, this is FaZe's picks, sure, but I mean, Ascent is not a bad map for FaZe whatsoever. Like, it just goes to show that, you know, once you take off some of the success points that we've seen from Ghost through their run, you know, how deep is the map pool?
Yeah, and again, it comes back into question as well. Why don't Ghost pick Breeze?
Breeze, right? Yeah,
they're 6 and 1 on the map.
third.
Yeah, exactly. But FaZe only one official result on Breeze so far. Again, unless there's something we don't know about them having like massive scrim bucks on Breeze, it seemed like that would be in the map that they would have less reps on and officials, and the map that goes so good on. The only thing you can think is like, oh, well, they might have watched all of our games and know what we do. We don't know what they do, so it's like a mystery factor. But either way, they basically, with this map, will play themselves into FaZe's strengths. And even with Ghost having, you know, good results of their own on these maps, FaZe are doing it against higher quality opposition, especially on this map.
Yeah, so true.
I mean, look at some of their results this year. They're beating the best of the best on this map pretty regularly. And again, not even allowing their opponents double digits. Virtually all the victories they haven't allowed their opponent double digits.
Yeah. Lollipop Recon Dart's going to come right in towards B. And to be fair, Chase in the last 2 rounds has found no real estate to play off of. He got dominated in bathrooms and then moves to hookah, doesn't find any success there. So now it's down to, can you hold on to the elbow? Does well to find the first. Still wants to fight up against Baby Bay, but that will be where the stand will stop. So 1-for-1 exchange, but FaZe already on, have already gotten the spike planted. Now this 0 point is actually really nicely found. It's going to actually nullify a number of different players, but it's not going to make a difference when the weapons can still fire like this. Baby J able to find 3 of 2.5, if you want to call it that. Ryan's still knocked, and I don't think Wynn's going to get into a position to recover him, so that will be the round. And Baby J for 3, a big part of the reason why.
Dude, Baby J's having a heck of a game right now. Not only with his fragging, but his utility usage. I mean, he's only got 5 kills, but he's had that play right there that won them around. His fault lines have been critical, and not only winning them the pistol, but also, you know, helping set up other controls they've gotten. And, I mean, definitely showing some value here. I'm happy for the guy. I feel like Baby J was a guy that was been trying to find a permanent home for quite some time. He's filled in for some teams here and there, trial for some teams here and there. You know, there was some almost moments where he would have found himself on a top team, but never quite came into play. But he's always kind of kept his nose to the grindstone, kept trying his best each and every time, you know, always putting in the effort, you know, waiting for that opportunity to come around. And now he's found that moment with FaZe. And, yeah, really showing you some good stuff here. A former professional Halo player. So, way different than literally anyone else's background the scene have come from other PC shooters like Overwatch or like Counter-Strike or, you know, even some Fortnite players and such have come into this game. But to see him come from the console world and now find himself here, pretty cool story.
And think about how instrumental he could possibly be to getting FaZe Clan not just into the main event after the upset in the Open Challengers #1, but maybe even find a way to qualify to regional finals beyond that. I mean, a hell of a way to tell a story, to be sure. But after the attack pause comes through, 7-0 count for FaZe. And, well, for Ghost, they're defensively back onto just pistol upgrades. Early Rolling Thunder get called through. FaZe quickly want to get their way over towards A. Showstopper also a part of the equation, as Corey's able to clear even more space. Tosses it over towards the link, but actually doesn't quite hit as much as he would like to. Aftershock does still zone out the same location, so Corey will continue to push in. And he does read that, yes, there are indeed many Ghost defensive members still sitting in their spawn.
I like he didn't overcommit there. He just falls back to this corner, but okay, Ryan doesn't give a care. He just runs through, front share frag anyway. They're starting to get some U-Haul control, but now Baby Bay is going to do a little bit of a Goomba stomp there on the Ryan. But what? This is win!
Still doable. This is 1v1. Seekers have been earned. He's going to get information that Raucus is playing over the top. One more headshot could do it. Falls down low. Guiding Light now coming through. Dark Dart thrown in response. Weapon has been collected. 14 shots in the ammunition. Wynn still pushing. Recon Bolt going to give away his position. Raucus, is he going to have to check? Another toggle comes through. Wynn for the 1v1. Wants to go wide, but time is becoming a problem. And Raucus holds his ground and fights back. But the heroics, or near heroics for Wynn, possibly could have just stolen the entire day, clip-wise.
I mean, there are very few moments in my career when I've literally just lost my voice mid-talk, and when you guys aren't one of those moments. Because this just came out of absolutely nowhere. Oh my goodness. You know, we kind of pride ourselves on being pretty neutral. I kind of wanted him to win that, you know? Like, because that would have been so dope if he would have pulled that off. Also, I'm sorry for all of your eardrums out there. I really do apologize for that. It won't happen again. Just kidding. I can't promise that.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you can really make that promise.
I'll try. I'll promise that. I'll promise that I will try to not have that.
That's fair. Fair reasonable. Okay. 8-0 start though for FaZe. Ghost back to full weapon range, still keeping their aggression up, taking control of B main almost completely. As they don't just get through long, there's nobody in hookah, so a lot of information here for Ghost that, yeah, FaZe are going to be trying to test over towards this A site. It's a lot of responsibility here for Chase and Ryan.
This is such a big pinch play that Ghost have it, but Raucus is waiting for it. He knows it's possible, but he still gets caught, and this is big for Ghost. They have an early 5-on-4. They have FaZe pinch. They need to convert this.
Chase from Heaven, good information here, but actually gets a little bit maybe overcaught by his trap wire. Maybe not, actually, just kidding. Corey does get taken down. The player initially affected by the trap wire. Koala's still throwing out their covers to make sure that FaZe are still tested here. They do try to commit for the plan. They won't get this down. So 3v5. Baby J, oh man, almost a chance to line up a couple, but only walks away with one. Baby J, meanwhile, over towards the backside of Bathurst, not going to find much of anything there. And it's just down to Zach. He does find one. Still has a Cosmic Divide to play with if he wants it. Second opportunity, he does see the shoulder, but Koala beats him to the punch, pulling the trigger. That'll be Ghost on the board for the first time in the 9th round.
He'll get Nisma on the defuse, so he can start building up his ult since Chase already has his. And a big round from Ghost to finally have some presence on the scoreboard. Great push through B early. They capitalize with a very quick flank behind short A. They catch Raucus. They get the 5-on-4. They have, you know, the ability to move the Omen around with his ult to reinforce the Heaven rotation, and just through and through trade fragging very efficiently and finally getting on the board. But they need to follow it up because FaZe have looked so oppressive on this attacking side so far. Their explosive playstyle has been perfect, and now they have a lot of ults put to play this time around.
And Ghost still very resilient, want to continue to play aggressive. These early pushes have resulted in some pressure, but I mean, again, FaZe have just been fine with it largely. Corey is a part of this play for sure. Maybe Jay, maybe considering how he wants to open things up, and it's going to be Hunter's Fury in combination with a flashpoint. It's good for one elimination. Ryan able to trade on the opposite side of the map to keep things level at a 4v4. But again, this Ghost defense is all over the place. No central position really whatsoever, and Koala is forced to teleport away.
Yeah, that's big. That allows FaZe to reinforce the site. And now Ryan just stepping out there by himself in a 3-on-4 and just going down, and now it makes the retake even more difficult here. Drone will come in to slow down back hauls. They chase out to the fault line. That's Chase gone. Again, beautiful display of FaZe, layering that utility, timing their peaks around it perfectly. Obviously a great combo of utility to take hookah control and get that initial pick. And FaZe are right back to winning ways, right back to that confident, aggressive play style. And it just seems like that one step around from Ghost, unfortunately, is just going to be kind of like the one small highlight of what has been an absolutely dominant half from FaZe.
Yeah. I mean, so look, I want to revisit this conversation we were kind of carrying on throughout the first map and even between our first and second, talking about the what are you giving up versus what are you gaining.
Oh, okay.
And for FaZe, you know, we talked about the fact that, yeah, it's double duelist, but look at all the just control that we're getting from 2 controllers compared to the arguably 3, if not 4 at times from Ghost. I mean, Zach and Baby J have single-handedly done as much work on their individual agents as the combined force of Ghost have been able to prove in this particular composition of difference.
I mean, yeah, you are losing some info gathering capabilities by not having a Sentinel on FaZe's side, but you're making up for it by using Breach's utility to still be able to grab those areas when you want them with the fault line. You still have your Sova drone and such to still get you intel here and there. And it just gives you so many different utility combination possibilities to gain map control or to gain access to sites and just give yourself favorable duels. Again, I think it suits FaZe, especially on their attacking side, to you know, sack a Sentinel for that initiator to just allow them to have an even stronger aggressive play style.
This time FaZe showing numbers towards B. Spike is still down all the way back by mid, so I mean this is not going to result in initial plant, but the Rolling Thunder comes out. Origin expected right, sees one, actually gets a respawn in a second. Paint Shells comes through. Chase though still playing through the elbow, actually does find one elimination, and Ryan able to collect a second. So defensively, good stuff here from Ghost when it comes to the numbers. But the problem is they've rotated everyone off of A, and that's where the Spike is heading.
True, but they have a powerful retake, right? They have Neural Death available. They have the null from Ryan to help them get into the site here when they start retaking the A side, so that they still have a good chance. I mean, the Spike's just now getting planned. They already had 2 players in position here in these back halls. So they have plenty of time to work this out.
So what's the call? How are we getting back in if you're Ghosts? Beyond that for FaZe, what are the tools trying to come through to hold? There's the null coming out to play. There's up top at heaven. And a delay peek. Everyone else in the front. But again, goodness, the shots that come through with the gravity well, just absolutely perfect. 2 players will fall. Ryan down, and then he'll likely be his, well, that's probably where he'll end up. This is going to be result in 1v1 and Baby Bay! Beautiful shots around the backside corner, giving the Red Bull clutch. FaZe go up 10-1.
Oh my goodness. It's these grav-lows from Zachary again, dude. It's so well timed. I basically just canceled out the ult from the KO. Like the null they were hoping to use and the manpower advantage they were hoping to put into play just gets crushed by a grav well that's just well placed and well timed to really put that retake to a halt. And now Ghosts have one singular defensive round. They're already a map down, and FaZe are looking destined for challenges too. Something that they have not been able to do in so long as get to a challenge that they might be on the verge of doing it.
An opening here though. The Blade's knocked out. Wall up top for one. Looking for a second. Finds it, no problem. And still fully healthy. And then immediately thinking that, okay, this just could be the FaZe bait as the Seekers are already clearing out A. So he uses the teleport to get over towards the B site. Going to be able to find Baby J, who is searching for the spy cam. And, well, it's just up to Corey. And unless he can do more heroics here inside the teleporter, this will likely 10-2.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think 10-2 seems pretty likely. I think we can go ahead and chalk it up. Great round from Qual, obviously. Playing a spot that hadn't been used yet throughout the half. Catches FaZe off guard with it. Great use of the ult. Perfectly timed to get back over to B and get Baby J trying to come out into position. Now they go for the teleporter, of course. What happens now?
Just keep throwing stuff at him.
Just keep throwing stuff in there, yeah. Anything else?
Pistol or something. Yeah, anything else?
I think they're out. I think they might be out of things to throw in there. Well, they know that he has to come this way, so they're just all going to gather up together. I mean, last round, Corey. You know, just... Anytime now, bud. Anytime now.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be happy with the second round.
Okay, I guess.
He gave it away.
Sure.
That's one way
You
of
might as well just go out there and throw a Hail Mary. Come on,
saying.
bud. Just go out there and throw a Hail Mary, man.
Yeah,
why are you doing
like
this
NFL
to
blitz.
us?
4th down and a half. Throw
Stop.
It. Who cares?
Let's go. What a troll.
KD saver. Doesn't even do that. So 10-2 the half dust. Good stuff from FaZe.
Indeed, it was a very oppressive attacking side from FaZe, just getting some big numbers out there. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll bring the second half.
I felt the heat, the moment he pressed his lips up against mine.
And just being enabled by Baby J. To find one, but it does get responded to. So, hey, still 4v4 situation in the early point of aggression. Yeah, find some success, but it's not as polished as maybe they drew it up in the playbook.
Little Bay J combo. I don't know if that one's going to stick or not, but I tried.
Yeah, we got to find some sort of a nickname for him.
Baby squared.
Yeah, be better than that.
You know, just give me a chance. I'll get there.
I know it. Knife comes through. The Rock is able to find one, but force him to reload. Wall up top. Ooh, not clean, but Qual still finds the kill, no problem. Zach on the teleporter, not going to read that chase, was still lurking mid-map, so the must-win pistol that we framed up does come through as told. That gets Ghost at least on to 3 for now.
Yeah, that's kind of just for survival. You know, doesn't really give them the foothold just yet, but at least it keeps them layering around. They can win that initial gun exchange. They can get past like their bonus round situation, not get FaZe first, you know, play there. That's going to be aware of things and maybe start to go in their direction. It is going to be just upgraded pistols here for FaZe. Shorty coming out here for Raucus. Other than that, just pistols you kind of expect.
Pretty heavy stack over towards B. I mean, again, you figured that there's going to be some sort of duality being played between Baby J and Corey over towards Hookah pretty much regularly off this setup. And really haven't had a chance to watch these guys play this outside of their opening round, I believe, here in this qualifier when it comes to this new agent composition. Flashpoint through Baby J maybe thinking about the peak, but decides against it. Knife also being played with Trailblazer. I don't think it really finds as much information as they were initially hoping for. And for Ghost, they're still staying patient.
That knife, the way it pops, it only covers Hookah and Octagon, so you know someone's playing up front somewhere, you know what I mean? So it kind of gives you at least a little bit of an idea if the defensive is set up forward or not. So that is kind of a nice little knife lineup. As Qual will take out Baby Bay, so everything going well so far here for Ghost. Corey dodging the paint shells, but still in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, flash paranoia. Oh boy. Yeah, lots of trouble indeed. I think it's the easy way to set that up. Spike will be planted, and Ruckus on a shorty. Well, see what you can do. Maybe find a couple of eliminations, but this will be a 4th round for Ghost without question.
Yeah. And again, that's going to be the power of Ghost with this double shaker setup, is just how many flashes they can send into a site with the paint shells and the boom bot. It just allows them to keep applying that relentless utility pressure onto a site. Yeah, they don't have the Sova drone and the recon bolt to get the intel. The knife can give you a little bit. The Trailblazer can give you a little bit. So you still have some ways to kind of cover that up.
There you go. Okay, so I think really at this point we've seen nothing but essential aggression coming out of Ghost, both defensively and now here again off the offense, which I think we kind of both figured that was going to be the case with the initiator presence that they have in their agent composition. But what's the response going to be from FaZe? That's the real kind of question here, because we already mentioned the fact that, yeah, they are going essentially Sentinel-less, so there has to be something that you have to find favorable off of this defensive composition in some way, whether it's stacking and combining or you know, something where you can just trust these tools.
I feel like some of Astra's utility can kind of give you the same value that a Sentinel would, right? Depending on when you time it and use it. And Zachary has been really proficient with his timings with the stars so far throughout this series. So it still gives you some stall and tactics capability even without the Sentinel. But yeah, you feel there's going to be a lot of breach, you know, utility used to set up aggression on the defensive side here for FaZe. Or initiate retakes as well with it. As we are going to see the Trailblazer clear out Nismo so he can get control of the bathrooms here. Smoke, though, will stall the doorway. They get orb for their KO, trying to build up that null command. Alt.
Well, they got what they came for, and immediately back away. Looks like this is going to be initially a play over, at least through Hookah, as you do have Chase to be the first one forward. Still a lot of utility to use to try to clear this as well. Spy cam potential. Spike is going to rotate through long. I mean, Baby Bay is still a part of this defensive hold with Corey. It's just the two duelists left here.
Yeah.
Baby Bay can just find one, that would be fine.
They have to be careful. They don't have the boom bot to clear hookah with, right? The smokes are kind of stalling them, so they have to be a little bit more careful. Baby Bay, in the meantime, getting the kill, but now he's stuck in Octagon. He is absolutely trapped. No way out. That's a big catch for Ghost. Even things back up.
Shelter Corey did get a lot of damage over to Hookah. Holds the corner. Oh, gonna find one. Tries to hold by the trigger. Baby J also a part of this, though. Finds the second and third elimination. Just up to Ryan now. And this is dangerous because you're gonna get trapped up by the gravity well. Yeah, he's got absolutely nowhere to go. So, I mean, we can have a debate here between who got the worst end of the stick, Chase or Ryan, between the two different grav well pulls that we've seen so far.
I mean, it looked like Ghosts were doing okay because they traded Baby Bay out in Octagon, so they got it back to a 4-4. They had a lot of follow-up utility to get onto the side itself after chasing Baby Bay down. They just didn't check the double stack corner well enough. And that's really what allowed the teammates for FaZe to get out of back halls. His disruption pulled attention and allowed them to get out of back halls instead of being trapped there. If he goes down a double stack box, all of a sudden they have to be a little bit more careful about pressing out of back halls. They may have to play for the retake instead. So that is the critical moment of that round, I think.
Paranoia also coming to the mix. Counter flash point also being used. Baby J able to find one. He's holding his position. Maybe an opportunity for more, but has to deal with the Boombot. Good patience from Ghost to let the Boombot be the fifth member in that attack. And then beyond that, Paint Shells again putting a lot of damage in. So FaZe are still fighting this back. Finds one, does Corey. And we've got ourselves a 3v3.
Indeed we do. And Zachary still has short A covered by playing inside of U-Haul position. So they still, you know, have all their bases covered. They're not going to get surprised by a flank or it's a type of redirection. But the problem is they can't reclaim any of these weapons. So it's meaning that their firepower is still going to lack going forward. But they have disrupted this attack. They have burnt a lot of utility out of Ghost going into this. I mean, they do still have a couple of guiding lights left, and they still have the Trailblazer. So Wynn's going to have to be huge here on kind of paving the way for safety.
Trailblazer does read information. Obviously, Rock is going to be very isolated in this backside. Defense is trying to rotate over, but Rock is likely going to be overwhelmed. If he can find one, that would be unbelievable, but not going to happen. Chase and Wynn combining to find elimination. Spike will be planted, and it's on to Zach and Cord to retake. Boombot could be really the only bit of clearance they're really going to have here.
Right.
Chase watching from Hookah, and this is going to be such a tough ask to see if FaZe can even work their way out of the site, let alone get the kills required to get this defused.
Yeah, of course, it's going to have to throw them out to the Sheriff or something like that. They do peg Chase a little bit here inside Hookah, make him a bit uncomfortable.
One enemy remaining.
Comfort reacquired. So it is just Corey, 1v3, and looks like he just wants to play for kills. He's heard footsteps outside B long. Yep, there's the one. Almost a second. Goodness, that would have been
It makes it costly.
impressive to say the least. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely some moments there where maybe you started to believe a little bit that FaZe were going to disrupt things, but Ghost do hold on again. Great use of Twin's remaining Sky utility to find out Rockets in the back of the site, kind of quell any stress and, you know, get them good control there and get the victory after suffering a couple of casualties thanks to Baby J and Tori. But now weapons are back, op available for Baby J, fault line, and also the Rolling Thunder available for Baby J. So a lot of retake capabilities, especially with the showstopper on Corey. This is going to be a tough round to win for Ghost.
Yeah, and they're going to be using utility here to try to get Baby Bay an opportunity to find an opening peg. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
I'm shocked he didn't leave. Like, when he had the chance to, I'm really surprised he stayed in the corner. Corey, though, big shot, but before the doors get closed, Quinn's able to trade and keep some man advantage here for Ghost. Rockets tries to equalize it, but
See, that's the weird. That's like a weird duel to me. Like,
comes out, they know B is
that last
clear.
Jang.
And so
That's the weird thing to me is like he had the jump on him and he still lost the
Now
duel.
we can start talking about a comeback potentially in the mix here.
Yes.
Because this is going to put FaZe back onto another eco, most likely. Maybe a couple of SMGs that could be afforded, but
What the hell?
this is going to
Still.
result in
Huh?
pretty heavy punish, considering that Baby Bay did go into the operator.
What's your ethnicity? Oh, exclamation mark ethnicity. It's kind of like confusing, so I like have it in the command. What up, Misha?
Likely be to be a thrifty round coming up.
Depends if Zach can save the op or not. Right. I mean, that will certainly give Baby Bay the option to continue to try to use that weapon. But if he gets caught trying to save it, then that's going to be gone. But does kick down win. And again, if you're Baby Bay there, it's understandable that he waits out that trail phase when he tries to stay put, try to get an op shot off, and relies on his teammate to break it.
I just saw like 30 people spell it wrong too. That's the sad part.
You know how much utility is available to crush you. I mean, the paint shells, the fragment. Like, I'm really shocked he didn't.
Yo, we about to run a school session here, guys. So many people using the wrong your. Everyone that comes in here says you're bad. That's the wrong your or there. Like, I'm gonna have to start teaching you guys. Stay in school, dude.
Not gonna find Baby J, and oh, what a shot that is! That's at the very end on to Chase.
There you go. You're hot. You are hot. That's good. That's good.
Operator saved, but a couple of the kills are tallied up. And
are they choking this, dude?
Very well
Been there.
Together quite an arsenal here.
Still have the ult available as well, right? I mean, they still have the Rolling Thunder available for Baby J.
You're funny looking. Yeah, there you go. You are. Tough Wizard. Thank you for the follow.
Well, so they have some tools out there. Whether they use them or not, or wait to use it when they get their buyback, is a whole.
Welcome to the Khan Academy, guys.
Baby Bay's able to do early on with this operator.
Together we will all learn grammar and English.
This is pretty much the linchpin of how success would form here in this thrifty round. And oh my goodness, doesn't get stumped up, has to back away. That angle has already been cleared by Ghost, but a lot of respect already been paid to the fact that Baby Bay could be anywhere with the scope.
Yeah, I like how they're moving him around as well. You know, they saw.
Check W Academy.
Short right now is redirecting his operator to hold B.
Khan Academy's a legit YouTube channel.
Try to set up his
Really?
flank.
Damn, I guess I gotta rebrand my shit.
So they have a bit of a pinch set up here on the FaZe side of things, despite being low on firepower. They have some good positioning and map control.
Wait, you actually didn't know that? No way. Oh.
Chase is kind of keeping an eye on.
How old do you think I am, man? Of course I had to use Khan Academy in school. How do you think I passed any class ever?
Chase, though, not gonna
Come on, you think I studied?
A weapon to pick up, but you have to keep in mind that Nismo is still very close.
Bancor, thanks for subbing through October.
Back away.
Yeah, so each team kind of losing and gaining a little bit there. No one wanting to risk too much. Nismo has to keep making sure that they're not fighting this attack. They're gonna go ahead and ult their way.
What was that one website that had answers to like assignments? You know what I'm talking about?
Back up in the corner. Oh,
egg something.
A couple of different
Chegg! Chegg! Oh my god, if you don't know what Chegg is, oh my god, you guys are in for a surprise. Sign up for that shit. That's not even sponsored. It's not even sponsored.
Who's coming back?
Ryan will recover. He'll be brought back. And now it's
whoa,
just
Rockets examining the
heaven.
Raucus was fucking. Raucus jinxed himself in your chat.
Yeah, he did. He said, "These guys are boring. I'm just trying to enjoy my food." Now they're about to lose the map. No, I'm kidding. You know, a month for Chegg's kind of steep. Yeah, that's why you like do a group by, you know, multiple people. Multiple people share the same account, like.
And it really just comes down to the fact that he was freed up through the middle.
Come on, dude, you gotta be
efficient.
efficient.
For a moment due to the stack up that was coming through showers.
Yeah, just a really nicely coordinated
They
utility.
blocked that now? You can't do that anymore?
Ulting into heaven.
Damn.
Having the null command.
Well, back in my day, you know, back in my day, we
res
could all share the same account.
KO. Usually, you're never gonna have the chance when you
Uranium
get to open
forcing for
space to
tier
actually
one.
get him back into the round, but they were able to do so.
That was a long time ago. You
So that was
know.
big to help Ghost out as they're trying to again keep this retake going. But now the full buy is back for FaZe.
First time I've seen that interaction though.
Remember mini clip? What the fuck? Or Newgrounds? Like flash animations and shit? Reaper Racing for 2 months.
Definitely something to note.
Undead Reality, thank you for the prime.
Opening op shot, Koala, good, finds Baby Bay.
Popping on
Oh my
Omen, that is just cringe.
Surely
Yeah,
not.
bro, who
Right, I mean,
ops
this
in
is
this
looking
game, bro?
very
That's
positive for Ghost once more. The
They
regrowth
are.
comes out and we're back to full healthy again.
They're just anticipating FaZe's aggression really
guys.
well.
Listen to the guy who finished college. Oh wait, oh yeah. I'm gonna drop out. Don't listen to anything I say.
Aggressive on one side of the map, he's been absolutely shut down. Whether it was him getting crushed by grenades in bathrooms a couple of rounds ago, or just there, just
Lucky Pickle, thank you for the prime.
after the guiding light, and they have
It's
Quads
cool.
out ready to go as soon as he comes.
It's cool, guys.
forward.
Don't listen to me.
So I feel like that's an adjustment FaZe are gonna have to make, knowing that Ghosts are playing back in the early part of these rounds.
Oh, but how about this? Corey has snuck past the 0 point, was not targeted by it, and
This guy said Walmart send versus Genji.
The same setup that I did onto you earlier. Expects the
Corey
blast back
kinda
peek, but how about Chase?
cracked.
Working right behind where Zach had been positioned before, but Zach does get some information, finds the easy kill. 4v2 situation, and the aftershock team is going to push them out into Zachary's line of sight again for another. Just up the Koala, getting it tested from multiple angles, does find one clearance over through the back, and now just tries to back away to save the operator in, well, 12 seconds of the clock. It looks like FaZe will allow this to happen.
And it will be match
Oh.
series point now for FaZe again. Great round for them. Corey starts it off with just an amazing double kill inside that hookah position, but also give credit to
Wait, that's
Zachary.
genius.
Big
Rice
that
Bowl, thanks for the
inside
prime.
anchor
That's
that was
genius,
left
Raj.
behind, getting his kill onto Chase. And then Baby J, great use of the aftershock to crush any hopes at planting the spike with that more powerful aftershock that Breach now has. Ever since a couple of patches ago, a little bit more oppressive. And so, yeah, FaZe, despite some of their shortcomings throughout this second half, have come down and still gotten themselves a map and
But
series
genius,
point
he said
here
that a
after the
professor
drought.
purposefully put a
So
wrong
now the pressure's
answer
Ghost. They need to win
on
4 in a row
Chegg
before it's
and then
OT.
asked the question in a semester exam and then
What can they do here?
failed
Because they have a full
everyone
buy ahead of them.
that put the wrong answer
Yeah,
from
that's about
Chegg.
it, though. I mean, you've got no ultimates that are really even close unless you really want to try to play for the Seekers. That's
No, Pulse, what would you say?
Tallied up.
Simp, the simp, thank you for the
And
prime.
This time, reveal will come through from
That's
the
scary, dude.
0.9.
Don't listen to anything I say anymore, guys.
Much that
They're
Ghost
onto
can do
us.
this just off that. They're
They're
gonna
onto
send
us.
Trailblazers as well, just to make sure there are no more antics from Corey. And they've seen him.
That's
Looking for some
entrapment, bro.
clearance,
That's
but
what I'm
again, just
saying, like,
not wanting to give
how you
those
gonna
up.
put the
Corey
fake
throws the
answer
paint
on
shells
there
out,
and
that
not
forces
expect me
out
to
another
use my
guiding light into
resources?
Boomba. This is expensive for Ghost.
Allows them to safely reposition, and now they have 3 players here defending the back of this B bomb site. They had the rotations in place here. Nismo and company are getting control of Hookah, yes, but maybe they're just kind of playing this corner because Corey's drawing all the attention from the back of the site, and to avoid the bulk of the damage by playing inside the tube here. Still stopping them from making any more forward progress on the B for now. Chase trying to lurk up short A, though, could be a problem. Indeed, he does get his kill on the Zachary. That's big. Not able to get another, though. So that flank is caught. Now they have to commit to B. Baby Bay has been found out.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Holy
that
shit,
there's
aim.
no information here, but the problem is there even going to be time for Ghost to rotate? Apparently, you don't even need
Academic
to. There's no
integrity
fines
notices
to.
all receive
On the
zeros.
Rockets to try
That
to
happened to
hold
me
the
in college,
backside
actually.
elbow. Does win the 1v1
I
versus Nismo.
shared a
Still in
coding
play, comes
project
out.
with a friend that was
Finds
supposed to
too
like
much.
switch it up a
BJ
lot,
on the rotation,
and he
already
didn't.
make his way through.
Not enough,
Aftershock
at
will
least.
clear out the container,
So
but
then we
Ryan
both got
has
zeros on the
completely
assignment.
overwhelmed
That was kind of
elbow.
shitty.
This is going to be a very difficult 1v1 here from Rockets. He's going to hold the corner. He's the timing coming through. Ryan wants the challenge, wins the gunfight. And it's just down to Baby J. 1v3 situation playing from the back of the
But
site.
like it could have been a lot worse. Honestly, like taking the 0
Ryan
was
and
fine,
Win
but
have
like I didn't
definitely
get like in
gone
trouble or
south.
anything, which is
Multiple
better.
Players that are here. Baby J finds the first, predicts the potential second, but not
like
gonna find
they
it. So
that was in
James
college,
Dean's
not high school.
opportunity, maybe still to find
But
Win, who's now
what's it
playing
called?
from
Like
on
they
top of
always
the
say like
site.
obviously don't share code,
Looks
but
like
like
everything will
literally
come
anyone
through
in computer
on
science
finish
knows
the
that
full
everyone
defense
works
back
together.
Yeah, it's
Like
one of those
everyone
situations where
literally
Ghost
works
will have to
together.
trade there on A. Yeah,
Like
sure,
you're not supposed to do it, but literally everyone in computer science, like
massive, but
unless
getting the
you,
trade is,
even if you don't have friends, you find a friend like that you can like fucking help with coding projects. Like everyone that's gone through comp sci knows this shit. Like
where personnel are positioned, and then the fact that they kind of late in the round.
Some of y'all got degrees and you never even wrote a piece of code. Like some of y'all just copied my shit. Asked me everything how to do it. You know, like brown kid with the glasses. Like I got you. Don't worry about it. Like I got you. Don't worry. I know how to do it. Like
allows Nismo to feel a little bit more confident what fights.
Nice. You got the degree, and here I am watching video games. No,
away from OT. They have a technical timeout coming in, and I mean, Ghost still have a shot here.
Yeah, he's definitely. That's a really well put together round. Economy's been a little bit more reestablished, but beyond that, you got to be about the fact that the ultimates are already.
But that is like
close, right?
like work life though. Honestly, like
at least 2 to 3
the best life thing is like it's working with other people is gonna get you further than like your skill set.
That will put a little bit of pressure.
Like, you could be really good at something, but if you can't work with other people, like you're kind of useless. Like it's way more valuable to like be a people person and like obviously understand what you're doing, but like being able to work with groups and other people, like gonna take you way further in life.
Like you mentioned
At least
before, and it merits
I think
being
so.
repeated again.
I'm not a fucking expert. I don't know.
Versus some of the perennial powerhouses in North America.
Yeah, like Exit and Sentinels, I think, were the two that they lost to most recently that would fit that billing. But again, they've also come out and they've beaten Gen.G, Envy, Exit, 100 Thieves, you know, BBG, Energy. Like they've beat quality opponents time and time again on this map throughout this year. They haven't played it that much recently.
You can be an introvert and like still understand how to work with other people, you know? Like I'm not saying you have to be the super social fucking butterfly, blah blah blah, like, you know, like
finally getting to double digits and maybe trying to be one of those few teams that have been able to take FaZe down on Bind, but
that's not like being able to work with other people.
Great round there to keep them afloat.
It just, for me, it comes down to, I feel like we're going to be able to look back on this map and take away a lot as far as
That's a bad take, bro. You think so? Ain't got things for the prime.
Pool, how that's kind of, I won't say pigeonholing teams into playing a certain style over another. You know, the variability is a little bit less so than maybe before KO comes into the picture, but it's still one of the facts that this has been a pretty heavy aggressive map for both teams. Even in rounds for Ghost, for instance, in that first half where they were kind of getting bullied a touch, they weren't really stepping off the gas pedal all that often. I think this is going to be one that we can look back on and really take away a lot as far as what this new generation of Bind is going to look like after, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of teams have talked about how they just don't prefer playing the map from the previous meta, and this is a topic of conversation that very well could sway that one way or the other, just watching both these teams play this map with two very different agent compositions.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about the game of Valorant, right? Not only is there variables in like what map is being played and what order the maps will be played in and what weapons you want to use. But it's all the agent compositions. You know, do you want double initiator? Do you want double duelist? Do you want double controller? A lot of teams will sometimes play that on certain maps like Breeze or Icebox or something like that. You know, do you want to go no duelist? Do you want to go sentinelist? Do you want to sack? Now we're seeing, you know, people maybe more willing to play Sky, particularly in the North American scene. I know Sky's been prevalent in other, you know, regions, but definitely now kind of making her presence known in North America just over the last couple of months. And you know, there's so many options on the table where you really can.
Hello, thank you for getting us to the garage.
That you want to play.
And friends yesterday still in college, yeah.
I guess depending on the map and, you know, the matchup, but I think that's what
Kane, thanks for 6 months.
About Valorant is it provides those variables.
That's just answer subscribers. No,
still very much at the forefront of the game, but again, you get to decide what utility you want to use and how you want to use it. Yeah, it makes for
investment tips. Don't touch options, bro. Don't touch options. Take it from the
experience.
experience.
A third-party observer to kind of figure out.
You gonna play Zoms and really rich, or like me and
all the time,
regretting it all. No, I'm kidding.
But that's what keeps it fresh.
I am in TeamSpeak with
get to learn something new along the way. We're always going to be surprised by something that we hadn't seen before. I think that happens way more often. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be really interesting.
I'm not dating Zoms, bro. What the fuck?
Progress moving forward, no matter how long the road happens to be. Obviously, just to kind of put things back into perspective at the broader sense of things. Again, this is a qualifier match, but at the same rate, if you wanted to take, you know, the glass half empty approach, it's also an elimination match. So. And you had mentioned it kind of at the top of the show, like, we don't know how long that elimination will stand, right? Like, this is it, really. If you lose out here, it's monthly tournaments until the next major announcement comes through, because the rest of the year is pretty much already planned out as far as what VCT is going to look like. So, as far as trying to establish yourself at the top of North America, you know, this is your last really big go at it. And for Ghost, I think there's a lot of questions here, just not only because the integrity of what's happening
today.
roster, you know, We already talked about the fact that they've missed out on every main event that they've tried to qualify for so far through the year. But on the opposite side, for FaZe, Marved out, Baby J in. He's been a part of this roster now for a month, and you have to wonder, let's say that the incredible happens and Ghosts do find a way to come back to send us to a third map and then win that map and eliminate FaZe here. I think there's going to be questions as far as what FaZe want to do, similar to like what Andbox and Immortals are going to have to be having that conversation with after being eliminated yesterday.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because of how patches in the meta works. Like, it turns to a situation where it's like, well, maybe what you like to do now.
Champions?
Work,
when is Champions? Like December or some shit? November?
Next
Bro, this shit is taking forever. I'm literally falling asleep.
So you have to be, I think, be a little bit more careful about, riding with the roster and working through a patch that maybe doesn't favor you, or making the change because maybe you have a player who is really great in one area but isn't versatile
What
enough.
up, Hossy? Shit, we hit 24K last
kind of where things are at. As we had a little bit of an update come in here about what's going on with the technical timeout. Apparently, Koala's power went out. So that's why we're kind of figuring things out. Okay, apparently it has been restored, and now they're just trying to get him back in the server.
No worries. Hopefully everything will be resolved here without too much of a problem.
Not Nathax. Thank you for the 2 months.
There is still one more
with OnlyFans, bro. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to do an OnlyFans. That's just like against my contract.
My goodness. Versus now DarkZero, who's already proven they can defeat major opponents, as they were actually the ones to upset FaZe Clyde in the first open qualifier here in the third stage. So a dangerous team lies ahead for TSM. And
dude, what the fuck? How is this the second time I fell for this?
Out there,
I'm done, man.
Still surrounded by question marks of what is going on with this TSM squad. That they
why not?
So troubles.
What do you mean?
Really, 2 stages now combined.
Why not, guys? Are you guys serious right now?
Absolutely. Definitely a lot of storylines.
A lot of things I can't do.
Some of those guys, former slimy boogermen, kooky koalas that are going to be over on the DarkZero side of things, showing some big organizational support. Haven't seen them do too much yet in a big event. They've been very successful in some of the Nerd Street Gamer summer cups that they've played in.
Yeah.
As well as some other smaller cups, but have never really been a big force in the VCT thus far. I know they did qualify for Challengers 3 in the first stage.
Big S'more.
But outside of that, just, again, not really been a staple of the VCT side of things. But trying to change that now with this new team. Like you said, we're close. Had a nice little upset in the Challengers 1 qualifier, but ultimately got knocked out.
Happy birthday, Nico.
And so weren't able to quite make it to Challengers 1.
You're saying you checked into it?
Some great players on that team. And yeah, TSM's definitely been a struggle bus. And then they've made...
Pro contracts for sports contracts?
Bang hasn't been on
to an extent. It depends on the kind of contract you get, I guess.
So definitely going through some... role.
Oh yeah, you guys are waiting through hella timeouts.
Team back on track. TSM used to be a big name in Valorant
in Iceland.
The first events of
this shit is boring.
2020 was always.
When are we gonna get a vacation, dude? I don't know. I should take a vacation.
Kind of towards the end of 2020 and into this year is where things kind of started to fall apart. So definitely trying to get back to that place.
Code okay. Thanks for the prime.
They can be one of the top names talked about, and hopefully these changes will help propel them that direction. I think they've been in a chaotic spot, right?
Well, I'd have Diak off. I don't know.
Not being,
I just never used it.
Thing I've ever seen.
I stuck with not using it.
That made for them. What's even worse is when I interviewed Hazed about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I actually don't know." Like, oh, cool, that's good.
Tactical timeout from life. Oh my god, that's a good way to put it, dude. Eclipse, thanks for the prime.
So they've kind of put that, I guess, in the rearview mirror. They've brought in Bangle, then they've used them in a weird role when they first got them, but now it looks like maybe they're putting him back to a role that you expect them to be in. I don't know. They're a bit of a mystery to me.
It's just sign normal 1-year contracts, or how does it work?
Hopefully, be able to kind of at least figure out.
Depends on the negotiating power they have. Some orgs are gonna pick up someone with not a lot of negotiating power and try to get them on a 3-year low salary thing. Some orgs are like that and do that. But then obviously if you have power, you can do a 1-year, 2-year if they offer a lot. They come back they want to lock you down. No, I'm not 5'7". What the fuck, bro?
Just kind of try to wait out the time here while Quality connects.
5'9". 5'10" with my shoes on, and that's what matters.
But it's T1 built by gamers and Cloud9 Blue Luminosity.
1-year pump and dump, you mean? Huh?
Playing for the final 2 slots, same time, same place, Manana. Any thoughts there? I mean, this T1 team, I thought at one point in time through stage 2 was looking like a major powerhouse again, built by gamers, a narrative of their own when it comes to potential Cinderella stories. Also through mostly that stage 2, and then Cloud9 Blue, they had a nearly flawless run until they
Holy Water, thanks for 5 months. Yeah, I have benefits and shit, health insurance,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
vision, dental.
After bringing Poise out for Zeppa. Like, they've definitely been trying to situate their roster as well. Again, they were getting hyped up so hard before the stage started from everyone else. They looked so good apparently in practice and scrims, and had a lot of talented players.
Sleepy. I haven't had any caffeine today, honestly, and I woke up at like 8 a.m.
A lot of people
like
had
3 hours.
hopes that they would qualify.
Rade, I think she was 3 months over in
and
advance.
it didn't happen, and so now they have to battle back against a Luminosity team that is far apart from what they used to be.
I guess Rocky's got time for food, for real.
Losing some of their
Peace,
players,
man. Thank you for the prime.
making a lot of swaps, but still a big name. And yeah, there's going to be some disappointed organizations at the end of this, because if you lose here, you're out for a while, right?
Yeah,
you still have
the year,
you still have challengers. Yeah, you still have challengers playoffs, and there's
I didn't hate Brimstone. They don't hate Brimstone, and Brimstone's just a bad character.
At the end of the year,
There's just
but
better
that's
options.
about it, unless you start playing some of the other cups and stuff. So yeah, definitely could really put a damper on your schedule. Take an L here. But here we go, back into the mix here on Bind.
Indeed. Hope you enjoyed our bracket podcast, but we're back into it.
Did I make people yawn? Hey, we're live.
Tries to actually dash through the flash. That is unsuccessful.
What the fuck?
Every stretch of the
The game is live.
Does create
I never thought we'd see this day.
To step away, but then steps back.
What, you don't get my Twitch notifications anymore? Does anyone?
Himself an elimination, which could
Like, not get my. Does anyone get my Twitch notifications regularly? What up, Cash Miss?
At least they get something out of that. Sheriff available for Raucus as well. They have.
Holy shit, there's a lot of no's, dude. Why?
Which, I mean, if Chase doesn't check and Zachary gets the kill and gets the Phantom, this could get interesting.
It doesn't watch pretty anymore? What happened? You don't like Valorant anymore?
Neural theft earned. You're gonna
All right, guys.
Yep, the last two members for FaZe are going to try to
just follow me on Twitter and turn on my Twitter notifications. I always see when I go live. Then you know.
Pretty hard pressed here if you're
FaZe has heard you talking shit. Well, I never say anything, huh?
Or two to try to punish, but again, I mean, the economy.
I click when I see you on Fearless.
So potent that even if you do find a kill or two, it's really going to be pretty insignificant. And
I feel like an adjustment just has to get made. I thought they got to pull the reins back on maybe a little bit here. Like, all these aggressive plays he's tried to make work have just absolutely flopped, and it just puts his team in a very early 4-on-5 situation that they just aren't really able to recover from unless someone makes like a big individual play. So I do wonder if now that, the eco's gone, that didn't work out, wasn't like a big deal because that round was probably not very likely anyway. If now this is the moment where now if they recover, they can full buy here. Maybe they take a step back here.
There's no way, right?
But just
there's no way this goes
less risky and something that allows you to have.
Raucus came in here talking all that shit. Want to eat his food?
Again, no problem taking a forward angle. Make sure you have a way to escape if it doesn't work. Right. So they're getting trapped in these corners, especially because you have to worry about that knife. That's the big thing with Ryan. If he knifes you, you can't dash away. You don't have that escape route anymore. You have to be a lot more careful, I feel like, as a jet op when you're up against a KO.
He cursed it.
Solid point. And it looks like the reins have been pulled back, at least initially here. Operator in hand for Baby Bait. Aldrone clearing through B long defensively for FaZe, but the full stack of Ghost largely over towards Showers. The only player not a part of that is Ryan. He does have a null, and that was the big key when we're starting to talk about how the comeback could come into play. A number of members for Ghost were starting to stream more. Closer and closer to
dude, I stream more than like full-time streamers.
I like this. They set Baby Bait up into a
and I have a day job.
This allows Raucus to more freely rotate the stack A if they want to have a 4-man defense, and allows them to keep a pretty safe 3-man A defense in place. They have plenty of Astra Stars available as well to stall and make this attack a little bit harder to operate. And they still have basically all their utility left.
What's your day job? I'm a pro Valorant player.
Over the middle of the map. Now the Nullify's in play. Showstopper up top. Not going to find the success though. Ryan gets knocked and Win also falls. But Koala able to recover.
How's that a troll? I practice with my team during the day.
Making sure the spike gets
like a full job. It's a full-time job being a pro Valorant player.
Nismo who's able to plant. And all of a sudden, FaZe Clan are in a position where you thought the initial defense was good, but now they have to retake 3v4.
Yeah, again, like
literally, just being a Valorant pro itself is a job. Like, you know, like you don't have to be a streamer.
They weren't able to get the Nade and Boombot out from Corey to try to do some damage and stall the attack.
I work 2 jobs. It's like 2 jobs, dude. It's like
into this though. They have it into a 2 versus 3. They have U-Haul control.
But you guys don't see what happens behind the scenes. You don't see the actual like.
But FaZe are making a little bit of progress, but they need to work quicker, and indeed they are making it happen. But that's a big outshot from Koala that might just do it.
1v1 opportunity. Koala goes to the Sheriff. The time not going to be favorable for this. Takes the peek. Baby Bait, no chance to defuse. And Ghost able to hang on. And beyond that, they also falls. So now it's 12-11. And for FaZe Clan, you weren't able to salvage much of anything. What's their
don't understand how much work you put in.
Like? Doesn't feel like
oh my god, dude. How is this 12-11?
From what I can recall.
Oh.
Might be able to get a little something going here, but they're probably going to lack an op at the very least. And they're probably going to go for some SMGs. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Some rifles are in play still. Got a Phantom for Baby Bay. We got a Vandal for Baby J. But yeah, Judge for Corey, some Specters, and again, just showing you the power of KO disabling utility makes it so hard to stuff them when they attack.
But a lot of tools were spent from Ghost. I mean, they used just about everything. Showstopper, Seekers, Null, all spent. Koala
Sure.
one tick away from the shadows.
Dude.
Chase getting close to another neural theft. But, I mean,
Fuck.
the ultimate tools are very much so still favorable for FaZe. So they do have that at least to play with without really being worried about any sort of a counter in similar form.
Raucus getting a nice little idea on the situation.
Is it already
Knowledge of
spoiled,
getting
dude? No
a little bit of intel
way.
towards Short A and being able to teleport towards
Why you guys do that?
outside hookah position. So at least they know that they're not gathering up here early. Having to do a little bit more of a slow roll on the Ghost side of things. Haven't really taken any map control just yet. Just kind of sitting back, anticipating FaZe aggression perhaps, which we know that FaZe have certainly gone after it a few times, but this time they know how risky things could be. They're trying to
It's not.
play a bit of a bait and switch for Corey's Judge to have impact. I mean, the thing is he also has his ult, so I'd like him to play a bit safer so he can make sure he can use it.
Well, he's not going to get the opportunity.
Well,
to
I did that on Discord
will he?
because
Just lets it lay loose. I don't know what information was there. Pincho's also coming to play. Corey finds a second. Baby J wants the challenge.
I have to go do the interview or whatever and get the link.
Ryan was only good for the initial trade. It's a 4v2. Baby Bay mid-map. He's quick to rotate. And now it's all down to win. Who gets affected by
Just playing with his
the rolling
food.
Because of course this guy got a
Clan
judge
say
and
no
killed
need
everyone.
for overtime this time. 13-11 the tally, and FaZe Clan take the 2-0 versus Ghost Gaming.
And so FaZe Clan break the curse, man. They have been denied access to a lot of the VCT throughout 2021, but they have found their way there here and now with a win over Ghost to make it over into Challengers 2. I'm sure that will really give them a nice little sigh of relief. I imagine that the pressure's been kind of on this team after all the success that they had at the end of last year and into early this year, and then to kind of crumble
pushing my limits and all the drive that I have. Well, I'm going the distance with you. I didn't know what I had till I knew what was missing, and everything that I dread. Well, I built a resistance with you. Catch me when I fall, and I'll keep you on the ground. You were gone, I wish you'd stay. I could look at you for days. Time was well spent, that's when I knew that I need to spend my life here with you. Fast lane, I understand that you've been broken too many times, but I'll be waiting to mend your wounds from all you've taken. But if we listen to each other, admit our mistakes, then I can show you who I am, because I'm not the same. I'm better with you. I'm better with you.
Lights out, lying in your arms, and these feelings start to change. One look into your eyes, and I'm floating far away. I've never been here before. I don't know the score, but I never want
days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. All the feelings that we shared are in the past. Your relationships are never meant to last. All the feelings that we shared are in the past. Your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Moving on.
Won't you take me to that place? Take me to that place. Won't you take me to that place? Won't you take me to that place? Won't you take me there, man? Because you said enough, said enough, you said enough. Because you said enough, you said enough. We fell out of love like shooting stars came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you.
has given the best that he has.
I'll be right beside you.
It just feels like maybe another piece of the puzzle starting to come together here, but on the opposite side, TSM, he does need to get back to the as fast as possible.
started to fall, and where were you? How could I know you were falling too? Grabbing the wind, cutting my skin, but it's hard because I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling.
Moments of brilliance followed up by immediate moments of shadow. So out here in the instant, we'll see what this
I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight. We have the world in our sight, and I know together we'll be alright. Can you see forever we will go? We are forever learning, one step at a time. As long as the world is turning, I'll be by your side. We'll keep the fire burning, I'll never see you hurt. You know I can't explain it in a way of words. We both know that you'll understand, and you'll see if you take my hand, and I'll go out of my own way for you. I'll go out of my own way.
one of the first people I saw do it was actually like X-Set's new thing.
So fly, I don't wanna lose that somebody. I don't wanna lose somebody, somebody, somebody. I don't wanna
for TSM to get in and retake.
Yeah, what advantage like I said, not exactly
You could be the muse to my passion. We can make love like an act of God. I just match my words to my actions. Magic in my life's everlasting. I say I could have the world or be what let it go, but something about your style makes me wanna man up. We should fill our cups, catch a flick and do some stuff. I used to understand, but with you that's not enough. I don't wanna front, I just wanna see ya. Please give me a sign, yeah. Please give
if you wanna come. Please give me a sign, I don't wanna front, I just wanna see you. Please give me a sign if you wanna come. Why you presenting games I don't wanna play? I've been on my grind, I just wanna lay down with you. Spark a doobie, hit the town with you. Life is complicated, but I found in you something simple, I can wrap my head around it. Be my lady, cause you around it. You see all the women in my DMs, it's astounding. You ain't gotta worry about a thing, you got me grounded. Yeah, I say any truth that I wanna say. Let's appreciate our youth like it's our final days. I'm the rarest in the deck, call me ace of spades. Life is anything we choose, I would choose you, baby. I don't wanna front, I just wanna see you. Please give me a sign, yeah. Please give me a sign if you wanna come. Please give me a sign, yeah. I don't wanna front, I just wanna see you. Please give me a sign if you wanna come. I don't wanna front, I just wanna see you. Please give me a sign if you wanna come through. Oh yeah.
Anyone being aggressive. one. I think he's multi-frag. Maybe even got one of the kills.
Heading down Cali, driving round with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away. Yeah, like New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got love blind, and ooh yeah, got my heart out and it's covered in gold. Like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good. Oh baby, we'll never get old. You got it going on, I'll be there in a heartbeat. Tell me your favorite song, I'll put it on repeat. I could wait for you forever, through the storms or any weather. Yeah, you're like New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got my love blind, and ooh yeah, got my heart out and it's covered in gold. Like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good. Oh baby, we'll never get old. Down Cali, driving round with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy, and I'll be walking away, yeah.
Last man standing, trying to flank in behind long C. Maybe he gets a time.
So cliche, I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, hard, baby. Yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try.
So this one in particular, DarkZero gets scouted out.
Spike
3
planted.
members by the recon bolt, but they still push on in towards A. Finding lockdown is going to be a interesting problem. He's helping through it. Quite a fantastic play. Back into the road.
Never came into play. That was a good idea, but it just crazy how easy we're able to get those front frags in. You know, initially, yeah, they have firm control of the site.
Spike
Still a
planted.
5-on-5, and there's really not a whole lot for TSM to use a retake with. They had already burnt the Hunter's Fury early, so they didn't have it available to disrupt the plant or pave the way for the.
Dog smelling like that bourbon, and I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. Ain't got no place to call my own. Feels like I'm better off alone. So sad inside and hopeless. These Hollywood hoes never notice. Can't get back on. Girl, I miss you. Can't get back on. Girl, I miss you. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon, and I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite perfect.
Sub Rosa though getting one bang popping off as well, and
Old walls that I built for you just to dig me out with silver spoons. No, I didn't see it coming. Oh, old walls that I'm stuck inside. I guess beauty sees what I can't find. I didn't. No, I didn't see it coming. Well, I got your truth and I got your message. I want you to know that you are the love of my life. The love of my life. You never leave when the song is over. You ride or die till the end. You're the love of my life. You're the love of my life. My life. Old walls that I built for you just to dig me out with silver spoons. No, I didn't see it coming. Oh, old walls that I'm stuck inside. I guess beauty sees what I can't find. I didn't. No, I didn't see it coming. Well, I got your truth and I got your message. I want you to know that you are the love of my life. The love of my life. You never leave when the song is over. You ride or die till the end. You're the love of my life. You're the love of my life. My life.
It's just another doorway to open up and see what kind of lifeline will be waiting there for me. I need to bury all these fears and let them fade away. I'm not scared, I'm prepared to find myself again. I wanna fly over mountains, I wanna reach the end. I'll rise up from the ashes, I wanna burn again. I'll find my way through the bitterness I'm feeling. I won't rest, I won't give up, I'm still healing. I'm still healing. I won't give up, I'm still healing. I fight the pain that I once let kill my vibe. I fear the day that I lose the chance to fight. So I stand up tall, ready to face it all again. And I will not fall, I won't lose
trying to do what he could to really kind of drag TSM through a lot of that defensive half.
I just assumed I'd play the part
Felt like a lot of those retakes from TSM were quite disjointed. There was a lot of
of keeping you in the right direction. No matter how your confidence may fall, I'll be here as your foundation. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Please don't wait here until your faith is shaken. There's a whole lot of good on your mind and on my mind. And I know that right now I'd like to play the part to rebuild you one more time. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
Gonna be all over towards A. Recon bolt comes through first. TSM on the way.
We'd like to think we have some form of control still, making our constant binary choices and voicing our equally shallow opinions more loudly or quietly. Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion. Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What the does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion.
Try to, put this retake a bit to a stop.
Breathe you in like oxygen. Oh, in an otherwise suffocating world, I'm reaching out for arms, I'm drowning in the open-ended love we're making, girl. Exhale the past, inhale a future that lasts. Change my heart, change my mind. For the last time, wanna believe in the life I've led. I don't wanna leave another word unsaid. You know my heart will follow you in tomorrow. In tomorrow. Shared my evidence you once really cared. I'm reaching for a hand to pull me up, one open to an everlasting love. Exhale the past, inhale the future that lasts. Change my heart, change my mind. For the last time, wanna believe in the life I've led. I don't wanna leave another word unsaid. You know my heart will follow you in tomorrow. In tomorrow.
Does see there's some obviously members stack up towards mid. Screwface tested here by Wardell. be a good retake. Honestly, just gets denied. The Aldrin doesn't find any information thanks to the Nebula placement out of Bang.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Oh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. 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 Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Disgusted with myself and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stood and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. 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 Oh.
Close call for TSM.
You just walk right out the door. Don't wanna do this anymore. Now I'm lost without you. You drive me crazy out my mind. How'd you do this every time? Now I'm lost without you. You used to be the one I talk to when I'm sad. Can't you see now tainted love is all we have? Our issues run so deep, now when I try to sleep I feel so bad. I should leave, and by the time it's done I'll be I'm sad. Can't you see now tainted love is all we had? Our issues run so deep, now when I try to sleep I feel so bad. I should leave, and by the time it's done I'll be
Ripples fade away. Human hearts aren't so lucky. Those battle scars remain. Oh, I can't let go of the one thing I wanted most. I'm chasing echoes, echoes of your ghost. Can't let go of the one thing I wanted most. I'm chasing echoes, echoes of your ghost. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Throw a rock into a pond, ripples fade away. Human hearts aren't so lucky. Those battle scars remain. Oh, I can't let go of the one thing I wanted most. I'm chasing echoes, echoes of your ghost. Can't let go of the one thing I wanted most. I'm chasing echoes, echoes of your ghost. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Echoes of your
starting to get a little bit of space over towards the
situations play out. And if you're TSM, as chaotic as it is for me to follow as a commentator, I can only imagine how difficult it is.
All the lies that you told, did you believe in them?
In those heated moments, and that's when they come up.
All the choices you made, did you make them again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? Did you make them
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've had a couple of big losses here recently, even to a couple of teams that are certainly kind of lower down the total points as far as rankings go. But as you said, they definitely had times.
all the choices you made, did you make them again?
Basically, in particular, that was like one of the best things. 1-2 upset.
All the choices you made, did you make them up?
Next set, where they almost went all the way. And did.
Did you make them
Snowboard, of course, will be here. So there is some familiarity going back to TSM. Kind of has found a way to the table here, but still DarkZero.
all the choices you made, did you make them again?
In a position where I was about to say they have ran without a duelist before on this map, and looks like they're going to do that again.
Yeah, definitely a team that seems to be able to make that type of competition.
Lights out, lying in your arms, and these feelings start to change. One look into your eyes, and I'm floating far away. I've never been here before. I don't know the score, but I never want
purchased over.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Offensive recon dart gets denied. No information to be found there. Bell, operator in hand.